Like every year in January, we got CES, one of the most influential tech events in the world. I always look forward to it because many VR and AR companies always keep their mouths tightly shut until the event. I've been covering these VR and AR highlights ever since 2016, and every year as our industry grows, the news seems to get more and more exciting. This year as well, so today I'll share the most interesting highlights. I'm Cass and this is your channel for free content about XR. All I would love from you is to smash that like button and now join me beyond reality. What is this thing that came out of nowhere? This is Unlink VR, and apparently it can make any cabled PC VR headset wireless. Yes, you heard that right. This means we could make the Valve Index or even the HP Reverb G2 wireless. The company even claims they can do this at lossless quality, full 4K and no compression and latency. What they use is laser beam transmission, which is 40 times faster than Wi-Fi and supports future bandwidth demands. So it should work with any VR headset and it should be ready for next-gen VR. This is pretty exciting if it really works. This kind of tech is challenging to make, hence we haven't seen many companies try it. And Unlink VR was showing this off during CES, but as far as I could tell, people could not test it and could only see it work through a video. So take this with a grain of salt until we see some actual tests. But they did explain how it works. You get a transmitter that's connected to your PC via DisplayPort and USB-C. This transmits high-speed lasers containing the VR data, and a special laser steering system directs this to the receiver sensors. These sensors are attached to the headset or player's body. Interestingly, multiple sensors can be placed to ensure data flow does not get interrupted. The player will also carry a receiver hub that attaches to your belt or pants. This hub converts the optical signals from the sensors on the player's head or body back to the display port. It also contains a battery that supplies the headset with power via USB. This looks a bit like the HTC Vive wireless solution, doesn't it? But its tech is different. The Vive solution uses WiKick. Unlink VR says that their light-based tech is better than WiKick, as theirs benefit from being more persistent, more reliable, and it has a higher range. Plus, WiKick has no room for improvement for next-gen VR, and this is indeed true with the Vive wireless adapter, as it's not able to take full advantage of the full resolution of the newest Vive Pro 2. Back to Unlink VR. I am skeptical until I see it actually working, but hey, nothing wrong with hoping that it will work, right? I will definitely reach out to see if they have more information. Do you think this tech would work? Let me know in the comments below. Now, before we continue, a huge thanks to today's sponsor. Like many others nowadays, I work from home. Sometimes that makes it really hard to stay focused and fit. I was starting to see it on the scale. That's why I tried out Fabulous, a personal development and well-being coach at your hands. It creates science-backed routines through personalized programs called Journey. You pick the habits you want to work on in the habit tracker. These can be small tasks that easily fit your schedule, like exercising for only 8 minutes every day. The app will remind you, keep track of your progress, and has all the necessary content to keep you motivated. And I didn't expect it to actually help me, like I now keep a consistent workout schedule and I honestly enjoy it as it makes me feel good. It is a new year, so you may have a New Year's resolution. Let Fabulous be your accountability partner. All you need to do is follow through. The app is free to use and has more features with Fabulous Premium. We have a nice deal. The first 100 people who click the link below will get 25% off their yearly subscription. Now, bHaptics is the manufacturer of these VR haptic suits that supports most major VR headsets and are compatible with over 100 games and apps. This is why it is so exciting that they are also coming with these VR haptic gloves. This is the Tact Glove, the first consumer-friendly haptic gloves designed to use with compatible camera-based hand tracking systems like MetaQuest and Ultraleap's Leap Motion. The gloves include little motors that give, I quote, delicate and sophisticated feedback, end quote. and it should last about 4 hours on a full battery. They're made of stretch fabric, and there is a set of inner gloves that can be easily washed between uses. Nice. There will be 3 sizes at launch: medium, large and extra large, and it will be available at $299 per pair, which is really not a bad price for haptic gloves. Developer kits will already start shipping in Q2 of this year, followed by an official consumer launch later. It will also work with the bHaptics SDK like the suit, so this is good news, as this means the developers who already work with them should have an easier time implementing these gloves for their games, and for us it means we'll actually have some games to play with them, unlike the expensive enterprise gloves that we've seen around. I'll for sure be reviewing these gloves this year. Now, remember this steampunk looking Panasonic VR glasses? I covered it during my CES 2020 highlights, and back then they were still concept glasses with no promise that it will ever release. But now, 2 years later, they're actually releasing. They'll come from Shiftal, Panasonic's subsidiary, who are the makers of this SteamVR compatible tracking system, so they're not unfamiliar with the VR space. This new lightweight VR headset is going to be called the Megane X, something like that, and it will be compatible with SteamVR. It will support 6 DOF with camera-based inside-out tracking. It will include OLED micro displays with this per eye resolution at 120 Hz. There will be pancake optics in there, and it will support DisplayPort alternate mode on USB-C, or you can use DisplayPort plus USB 2. Interesting specs, but what also excites me is that we seem to move towards a new era of tiny, comfortable and compact VR glasses that actually look good. As you can see, the Megane X will be worn like glasses as it has a foldable frame. This even includes built-in speakers, and it will only weigh 8.8 ounces without the cable. Shiftal says they are focused on SteamVR compatibility, but it will also include the Qualcomm Snapdragon XR1 chipset. It will be available for consumers sometime this spring at an estimated price of $900 US. HTC Vive also came with something new, a VR wrist tracker for advanced hand tracking for the Vive Focus 3. As the name suggests, it will be worn on the wrist and is tracked with the Focus 3 inside-out tracking system, kinda in the same way as how the controllers are tracked. HTC says your hands are still tracked even if the tracker is out of the camera's view, because it uses high-frequency IMU data and an advanced kinematic model. This allows for hand tracking even while using objects like gun controllers. For example, they've shown this with a Nerf gun, and it indeed looks like it tracks a lot more accurately than other hand tracking tech out there currently. But as the Focus 3 is focused on enterprise and is very expensive at $1,300 US, this is likely only interesting for businesses like location-based entertainment venues. The Vive wrist tracker will be available starting early 2022 at $129 in the US and at the latest stage to Europe and the UK. Now let's also talk about some cool AR announcements. The first one is a short one, but during Qualcomm's press conference, they announced a partnership with Microsoft. They'll be working on developing custom AR chips to enable a new wave of power-efficient, lightweight AR glasses to deliver rich and immersive experiences. Furthermore, in the software department, Microsoft Mesh, which is the company's foundation for building multi-user XR applications, it will be integrated with Qualcomm's XR development tools called Snapdragon Spaces. I think this is pretty exciting, as these are two major tech giants building for XR together. So I cannot wait to see what they've got in store for us. Let's hope for some consumer stuff too. AR glasses are also coming fast nowadays. They used to be only for enterprise, but more and more consumer glasses are popping up and they're getting affordable. Like the Nryu Light that I've reviewed not so long ago, link is below. Now we have another one coming for the consumer market, the Razer MR glasses by Third Eye. They are not new in the market, as they've been successful in the enterprise AR space. Now they are using what they learned there and releasing a consumer product for the first time. These are the Razer MR glasses. It has an all-day wearable form factor that looks like regular glasses. They're lightweight, will include bird path optics with 70 Hz refresh rate and 43 degrees field of view, which may seem small, but on MR glasses that's that can look like a 120-inch display from a distance. It will also feature diopters, which is nice for nearsighted users as they don't have to wear their own glasses. It will also have 2 noise-cancelling microphones for voice control and built-in stereo speakers. The glasses can be connected to an Android or iOS device that supports DisplayPort output, laptops and tablets with a USB-C port, and even gaming consoles through HDMI adapters. The battery life is 8 hours and it seems to run its own OS 2 Android 9, which sounds like it can also be used standalone, although I wasn't able to verify this to be sure. But the company promises over 100 plus apps available, ranging from mixed reality games to exercising apps with personal trainers, interacting on social media and watching movies. An interesting aspect here is that Third Eye also wants to bring their enterprise software to consumers as well, like something that they call Remote Eye that can, for example, be used to get real-time help from maintenance crews for fixing things at home, or you can use it to take an inventory of home assets for insurances. They also have something called Respond Eye, which can be used to communicate with caregivers remotely, like your doctor can view the patient in real time with AR annotations. I think this is a pretty good future as it could make professional help much more accessible. The Razer MR glasses are already in production and will be shipping later this year. No price has been announced yet, but I have a feeling that it may be expensive, but I hope not. What do you predict? And now some bad news. The Nvidia RTX 3090 Ti is announced, which should be 11% faster than the previous RTX 3090. No price or firm release date yet, but is expected to launch in June. Why is this bad news? Well, no one can probably buy it. Now, one of the most exciting news during CES for me personally was the formal announcement of the PSVR 2 specs of the VR headset and controllers by Sony. I will keep this one short because you can watch my previous video on this where I give you a complete overview with excitement. The link is below. I feel like these VR and AR highlights are definitely getting better and more exciting each year, which is of course awesome. What are your thoughts on these news pieces and what is your favorite highlight? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to click on that fabulous link below and thumbs up button as support. Thanks for watching, love y'all. A special thanks go to our champions, especially these ones right over here, and as always, XR on.